Hello, Seekers. Wildly of Wild Fempire here with your Moonday message for the month of April, and in particular, the week beginning with Moonday, April 18th, 2022. And this month has just been a delight for me. I've really been looking forward to the energetics of this month for quite some time. And it is not disappointing. I hope that you are really able to sink in to the magic of this month and allow spaciousness for the presence of joy and a sensation in the body of deeper liberation. That's what feels present here to me in this now moment. And it is supported here with the card and the stone that wanted to come forward today. So first we have here the Ace of Swords. And for myself, I read the swords as the element of fire, the element of action, of taking action and creating momentum. And the aces in particular are always the card of a new beginning. The aces are where rebirth happens. The death occurs in the tens, and with the aces, we start the next spiral. We start the next turn around the wheel of our own particular life journey. And so for this month and this week in particular, as we are around the full moon, we all have this opportunity to rebirth ourselves, to step into the energy of allowing what is already becoming to pick up speed and pick up steam, right? Like for myself, I can tell that I'm changing when it's starting to happen. Things that didn't bother me previously suddenly become an irritation, or relationships that used to fit, I find I'm no longer being served in them, or my desire to be in them or spend time in them becomes less and less. Or with projects or jobs, I believe that we have a sensation in the body of a change coming well before the change is actually enacted. And when we begin to have that embodied sense of a shift coming, a shift being in motion, we have the opportunity to either resist or surrender. We get that choice. We always have a choice of how we are going to move when it comes to transformation and rebirth. The truth is, we can't really stop it from happening. Change is always happening. Children grow up into adults. Adults become elders. The season changes from winter into spring, into summer, into fall. Change is always happening, and change always holds with it the sensation or texture of chaos because it is different, it's new. It's a shift. It requires us to stay on our toes. We can't just sleepwalk our way through rebirth or through transition. It pulls our focus inward, right? If you've ever experienced the loss of a relationship or a death or something sudden and traumatic, it really narrows our focus. It brings us into this present moment. And sometimes it's really uncomfortable. Oftentimes it's unpreferred. And it is the nature of life. It is part and parcel of this human experience. And so, what we are invited into this week is leaning in to that discomfort and allowing ourselves to surrender to it, to not resist it. The ace invites us to trust ourselves, to trust that we know how to handle things, that when the unexpected arrives in our life, we will figure it out. We can trust ourselves that we have gone through enough difficulty, enough challenges. We have surmounted enough obstacles in our life thus far that we can fill our evidence bank. We can fill it to the brim with examples of times that we have not only survived, but learned how to thrive in one way or another. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychically, through abundance, whatever avenue the obstacle might have shown itself in. We all have this litany of examples in which we have become through them. And so this week with the ACE, we are invited into claiming that for ourselves, into claiming that truth that we can rebirth over and over and over again. And yes, it might be fucking uncomfortable. It may not feel good in every single moment, but we have the power and the autonomy and the sovereignty to step into the experience and choose to surrender to it instead of resist it. And truthfully, that is the quickest and most easeful way through the birth canal of transformation when we rebirth ourselves. Truly, the most graceful and easeful way is to go head first into it and trust ourselves. Resistance creates friction. It creates suffering and creates discomfort and takes what is already a potentially uncomfortable situation and makes it more so. And so that is why the rose quartz pillar also wanted to grace us today. Rose quartz is the stone of self-compassion, of self-love, of really taking that love and pointing it inward, allowing ourselves to take it in and digest it like this beautiful sunshine, and to remember and recognize our own innate power that change will happen. Things that we do not prefer will occur, and you have what it takes to take those obstacles and those deep, deep, harrowing experiences and turn them into your superpower. That is the message for us this week, my friends. I hope that it serves you well. I hope that you have everything that you need, and I hope that you are tracking this page, that you've joined my Facebook group, Wild Fempire, where I am giving weekly lives on topics such as these, and prizes to celebrate my 5-year anniversary of being in this business and giving it my all full time. I am so, so grateful to each and every one of you. I am so grateful that you have watched this video to the end, that you take the time to share your precious time and energy and bandwidth with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope that you allow yourself to take in some of this deliciousness from this month of April, because you deserve to have a little rest and relaxation. Take good care, and I will see you next Moonday.